today I'm going to tell you about what you will be doing on the test day itself. So we have the listening, reading, writing test day, one test day on listening, reading, writing, and we have another test day for speaking test. We have a different test day on a paper-based examination. So I'll be showing you a screen. So please let me know if you can look over this or not. All right. So yes, please. Just a second. So can you see my screen? So is it visible now? Ma'am, could you please tell me? Is it visible? Okay, is it okay now? So are you looking over my presentation now, or are you looking over the screen only, please? Could you please let me know? Okay, now it's fine. Oh, okay, sure. Yes, please be with me.
Hi, am I audible? I'm sorry, I cannot do that because I have my little kid over here. So I can do that. Sorry for this. Thank you so much for organizing this, and thank you for Manina. Thank you, Manina, for conducting this session. So I'll be just looking the presentation, and now I'll speak to Manina.
Thank you. All right, thank you very much. This session is all about what you'll be doing on IELTS test day. So it's all about IELTS test day preparation session. So let's go through these slides now. It's everyone knows that IELTS opens doors worldwide because we can achieve our higher education and we can achieve our work visa or career progress through IELTS. If we take our IELTS exam, it helps us in gaining our educational values and also the career values as well. So why is IELTS the world's most popular test for education and immigration? So this is always a question to everyone. So it's the same thing. IELTS is offered in over 1,100 locations and in over 140 countries. The rate portion that you are looking over is these are the locations that is spread over 140 countries. Next is we have IELTS on paper and IELTS on computer. Most of the candidates are not sure about what IELTS on paper is. They get confused on if IELTS on paper is same as PT, but what we say is no, it's not about PT. It's the same format as an IELTS, but you have to give it on computer itself. You'll have to give all four models: listening, reading, writing, and speaking as well. But speaking will be through face-to-face or VCS, but all other things, that is listening, reading, and writing, you will be doing it on computer itself. Right? So this is all about the recognition. This is all about the background of about IELTS scores. So over 10,000 organizations, including 3,000 in the USA, accept IELTS scores. And as I think all of you also know that it is widely accepted by many universities in different countries, as you can see over the screen as well. So about the frequency, IELTS on paper, if you are eager to get the to take the examination on IELTS on paper, you only have over 40 test dates per year. That is, you can choose 3 to 4 days per month. That is 3 days on Saturdays and 1 day on Thursday. So this is all about IELTS on paper. While IELTS on computer, we have multiple sessions a week. We have 3 sessions per day. That is morning, afternoon, and evening. The morning session starts in IELTS on computer. The morning session starts on 9 p.m. and ends at within 11:45 a.m. The afternoon session starts at 1 p.m. and another one, the evening session, starts at 5 p.m. So you have multiple sessions a week, right? Also about the results, while IELTS on paper, you will get your results 13 days after you give your test, all the 3 tests. And while on Alson Computer, the results will be released within 3 to 5 days after the test, as we do not have to hassle through the papers and everything. So you will get your result more quickly on Alson Computer rather than in Alson paper. Okay, now about this session. By the end of this session, you will know what you need to do on the test day. You must have been preparing about the test. You must be preparing the IELTS test modules frequently, and we will be giving some strategies that will help you to ace the IELTS, and also you'll also know other ways how British Council can help you. Rather than only taking the examination, what are the resources that we will be providing it to you? So what to expect on the test day? So the most important thing that you'll need on a test day is your passport. The passport is the main important thing that you'll need to bring on your test day. Make sure your passport is valid. It does not have any cancellation stamps, right? Not about the visa, but on cancellation stamp, cancellation without prejudice, we would say. So there shouldn't be any cancellation stamp, and it should be a valid passport. You need to bring the original valid passport on the test day, and you need to report to the venue in good time. In good times means you need to arrive at the venue 40 minutes or 30 minutes prior to the real test time, so that you do not hassle for anything. Okay, we need to do the registration and everything, so we would like to make sure that you settle down first, and then there won't be any hassle during or within the time. So another thing is you need to bring your own stationaries. Make sure not to bring the cover of your stationaries. That means you are not supposed to bring the paper cover of your erasers or sharpeners, and you are also not supposed to bring the pen or pencil cases or pouches as well. About the mobile phone, it is mandatory that you need to switch off your mobile phone and place it in a secured place, which we will be providing it on the venue itself. Right. For the speaking test, you need to arrive at least 1 hour or at least 30 minutes prior to your appointment time, because we need to do the registration. So this is all about what will happen, what you should remember on the test day. Right. The next is what will happen on the writing test of procedures. I guess everyone is aware that you on the writing, listening, reading, and writing test, the first thing you do is your writing test. Then after you'll be doing your listening test. Then after you'll be doing your reading test. So for these things, this is a long journey for the candidate, right? So for this thing, we have many activities that we'll be doing. The first thing is you need to arrive at test venue in good times. I've already mentioned that good time means prior to your test time. Okay, and you need to arrive at the venue, and the venue will be sent to you after you register and book for your test and register for your test and you pay for the test. We'll be sending an email about your venue, about your test time, and also about what you need to bring and what you're not supposed to bring, do's and don'ts and everything. So first thing is you need to arrive the venue at the good time. Make sure you arrive at the correct venue. There are many venues for British Council, so make sure you arrive at the correct venue. After that, after you reach the venue, you will be sent to the waiting area, and where your name, candidate number, and your hall number will be allocated. After that, your passport will be checked. The main important thing is your passport, so make sure to bring your original valid passport, right? Do not take the cover of your passport while at the test room, so please bring only the original valid passport. After that, you will be depositing your belongings first. Before going to the registration area, you will be depositing your belongings. You need to switch off your mobile phone. If you have a bag, you have to put it inside your bag. You're not supposed to take any kind of electronic devices with you. Smart watches, analog watches are also not allowed. As mentioned, the pen pencil cases are also not allowed. Watches, wallets are also not allowed. You can put your money inside your pocket and get it inside the hall, but you are not supposed to take your wallet with you. We will be providing you a designated area to deposit all your belongings, so please make sure to switch off everything and put it inside your bag. Right after you after we deposit your belongings at the designated area, then we will be sending you to the registration area where your photo will be taken. Okay, we need to take the photograph, so that we need to put it in your test report form. That means your hard copy. All right, your photo will be taken, and then your right hand index finger will be scanned as a biometric. It will be scanned. After registration, everything is done. You'll have to do your signature as well on the attendance register. This is all during the registration time. You have to do the signature that should match with your passport signature. And after everything is done, after the registration is done on the writing test day, you will be entering to your respective halls. Make sure to use the restroom before you enter the room, because you won't be able to use the restroom until the start of your writing test. Right? So then writing test starts at 1 or 1:15, and it will approximately finish within 16 or say within 4 p.m. or 4:30 p.m. This is a long journey, so we request you to come by having something. Do not come to the venue or do not come for your test with empty stomach. Right? So after that, if you would like to use restroom within the writing test or within the reading test, you can use the restroom at your own time. Okay, we do not allow you to use the restroom within or say during the last 10 minutes of the examination, or while we are giving you the instructions. So if you would like to use the restroom during the 40 minutes of writing test and 40 minutes of reading test, you can use at your own time. And if you do so, we will be scanning your finger again for your exit of the room and to your entry of the room. All right, so after we have done everything, after your test finishes, then we will be escorting or we will be collecting your papers. So during that time, you'll have to stay within the hall. Okay, after everything is done, and then we will allow you to exit the examination room. Okay, everything finishes, and then we will be asking you to leave the room row by row or one by one. All right, this is all about what will happen on the writing test day. Okay, so next is what will happen on speaking test day. For the speaking test day, you will be informed about a speaking test day within, let's say, 2 or 3 days earlier. Okay, so make sure to check your emails regularly for that. Right, so please check your email so that you can know when is your speaking test and where is the venue as well. There might be some technical issues and we might have to change the speaking test time, so make sure to regularly look over your email. So for the speaking test, all you need to bring is your original valid passport and one clear photocopy of your passport. Okay, so as I said earlier, you need to arrive at the venue for the speaking test 30 minutes or 40 minutes prior to your speaking test time, because we have to go through the registration process again that I have talked earlier as well. For the writing, listening, and reading test, you have to go through all the registration process again. If your photo is not taken, your photo will be taken again. If it is taken, then your biometric will only be taken. All right. So after you arrive the venue, then the invigilators will check your name, your candidate number, your test room, and your test time. And after everything, then you will be depositing your belongings. After depositing your belongings, you will be taken to the registration room where your biometrics will be taken and your photo will be taken, as said earlier. After that, you will be going for the interview, or so you will be going for the speaking test that will last for 11 to 14 minutes. The test taker enter the test room. Invigilator will escort you to the respective test rooms. You do not need to worry where you should be going. So we will be there, or the invigilators will be there to escort you to the test room. And then after that, after you enter the test room, there will be a face-to-face. There might be a face-to-face interview, or there might be a video calling interview, or say speaking test, right? So you can choose your video calling speaking test or the face-to-face speaking test during the registration time itself, if it is available. After you enter the test room, then your interview will be conducted, or speaking test will be conducted. And then after you finish the speaking test, then we ask you to leave the venue immediately. Not the room only, but the venue immediately. Okay, this is all about what will happen on the speaking test day. Next, I believe everyone is aware about this test structure, about listening, reading, academic writing, general training reading, general training writing, and speaking tests. I would not be spending more time on this. I believe everyone is aware about these things. All right. So next is the IELTS 9-band scale. And I would like to let you know that this band scale not only is important for your like for going abroad. It is also important if you are trying, or if you are going to go for the interview for the employment purpose as well. You can put your IELTS band scale while in your CV as well, if you would like to get a job as well. So this is important in gaining the good opportunity of the employment as well. Okay, this is the 9-band scale, and I guess everyone knows about this. 0 means who do not attempt the test, and 9 means expert user, very good user. Please have a look over these. I guess the consultancy that you are learning, the instructors might also be telling you about this scale as well. All right. Next, this is the test report form, or say your report card, as in our general language, it is called the report card. And in our way, we say test report form. This is where your photo, this is why your photo will be taken. Your photo will be put over here. That is why we ask you to tie up your hair. We ask you to remove the bulky earrings if you have any. We ask you to show the neckline. We ask you to show the forehead as well. Okay, so your forehead should not be covered by your hair. It should be like this. As you get the photograph on your passport, your every facial area should be matched according to your passport. There will be name, first name, candidate number, date of birth, everything will be here. There will be an aggregate score as well. There will be stamps of the validation stamp as well. Everything will be here, and one personal copy of test report form will be sent to the candidate. You will get one copy, one hard copy. And if you would like to send your test report form to any organization, and if that is listed under our British Council criteria, then you can send it up to 10 test report forms. You can send it free to the receiving organization if those universities are listed on our British Council website. Okay, I guess I'm clear about this. So next is, I guess you have been practicing about the different parts of the test as well. That is listening, reading, writing, and also your instructor might have been telling you about the strategies as well. I would not like to. I would not be taking much time on it, because you know better. The instructor know better than me. I believe. So this is all about speaking test content. Everyone knows about this. The first part will be question answer on personal topics. Second one would be a cue card, let's say, and third one will be a two-way discussion on more abstract issues. Next is you will be marked on these 4 criteria, and make sure.
Thank you, Usha ma'am, and sorry for disturbing Manina. I just want you to inform about the video call speaking test on this slide, because it is, I think it's the right time to introduce the video call speaking test and why we are, why we had introduced this, and the difference between the face-to-face and video call speaking test, because I think it's the right slide to inform this.
Okay, sure. Thank you, Vivek. So as I have said earlier, you have two criteria. I mean, like 2 types of speaking tests. One is face-to-face speaking test, where there will be one examiner, and you will be giving your exam within one test room with the examiner. You'll be facing an examiner face-to-face, and there is another one which is called video calling speaking test. Okay. In the video calling speaking, as the name suggests, there will be an examiner who will be staying at their own home, at their own workplace, and they will be taking your examination via Zoom or via any means of the communication. Right. So what we suggest is you can take the you can do both types of speaking, but what we suggest is do go for video calling speaking test, right? Because it is an easier way. You can as we do have the face-to-face examiners as well. But what happens is sometimes there might be a problem, or so there might be a medical emergency and the examiner might be absent, right? So in that case, we have to postpone your speaking test, and it will take a longer time, I guess, right? So in video calling speaking test, we have many examiners. So if one examiner is absent, then we can replace the examiner. That is why we ask you to go for the video calling speaking test, so that you can gain more experience on the speaking as well. It will be easier for you as well. It is like talking with your long distance friend through Skypes or through Zoom. So I guess it is easier for you rather than going for the face to face. Okay, so next is what you'll be marked on as the same thing. You'll be marked on the fluency and coherence. You'll be marked on the vocabularies or the lexical resources. You'll be marked on grammatical range and accuracy, and you'll be marked on pronunciation. And please do not go for the fake accents, as you'll be not marked on the accents. And if you try to fake accents, then you will not be able to say, you will not be able to, you won't be able to say what you would be saying, right? You won't be able to make up your mind on what you would be saying. So please do not focus on accents, rather focus on these 4 things. Okay. Next is speaking test tips. Is the same tip that your instructor has been giving you, maybe. So you have to have the quality of listening. Listen to the examiner's question. Okay. Do listen to the examiner's question. Prepare it on your mind and then say the answer. In part 1 and part 2, try to give examples as much as possible or whenever possible. If you don't know a word in English, just describe it or elaborate it or explain it in your own way. Okay, and try to think of it as you have as a conversation between you and someone you have just met or stranger. Do not take it as a test. If you think this is a test, then you will be nervous. All right, so practice speaking on a specific topic for 2 minutes at home and record yourself. That you might be recording yourself for the reels or Instagram reels or social media reels. In the same way, you can also record yourself and then look over the reels or look over the or hear the audio as well, and then you can know your flaws and drawbacks. Okay, time yourself, right? You have to speak for at least 2 minutes, so time yourself. Practice the habit of getting timing yourself, so that you can know what you are lacking behind. All right, this is all about the speaking test. I guess your instructor has also been talking about these things as well. We always say do not get nervous, be confident, but we all know that when it is the sake of the exam, then we get nervous as well. So it's all about practice. Practice yourself, then you will ace the IELTS. Okay. Next, this is all about video call speaking test that we have been talking about. So as you can see in the screen itself, IELTS test, the speaking section will be conducted via video call with the test taker in one secure, invigilated location, and the examiner is in another place. All right. So it is the same thing. Everything is same as in face-to-face or in-person speaking test. Both delivery formats have the same difficulty or same patterns of the questions. All right. It is same in terms of content, scoring, timing, or level of difficulty, or question format and security arrangement. So you do not need to worry about it. So do try for video calling speaking test. We suggest you to go for the video calling speaking test. Next, it's all about the what you'll be doing on speaking. It's every time we have been telling you about this. Your instructors might also have been telling you about this. You need to relax. You need to be yourself and listen to the whole questions, right? And then respond directly to the question and give a reason to support your answer. And also, do not use fake accents. Your English will sound more natural if you relax, right? Okay, this is all about the speaking test. Now about listening test contents. You do know all about this. Section 1, Section 2, Section 3, Section 4. I guess you do know all about these as well, as you have been practicing about it. So what you'll be marked on? You'll be marked on there will be 40 items, and you'll be getting 1 mark for each correct answer. There won't be any negative marks. Okay, so don't worry if you think your answer is incorrect. You won't be getting any negative marks. You have to take care of your spellings. You have to take care of your grammar as well. And most of the queries are we allowed to use or are we allowed to write on in capital letters or in small letters, or on in what way should we be writing, right? So what we would say is write in such ways that the examiner will understand your handwriting, right? So, and also as Cambridge has suggested, to write in proper English. Proper English means if you have to write the first letter in capital letters and other letters in small letters. If your answer is in between the answers, in between the questions, in between the sentence, then you'll have to write all letters in small. But it's your choice, all right? We would suggest you to write it in clear handwriting, right? Unclear writing may penalize your marks as well. So make sure to write it in clear handwriting. Okay, next is the tips is the same. Go through the questions before you listen and try to guess the answer, predict the answer, all right? And then we would always say that do not leave a question blank, put a wild guess, okay? Try to fill up the answers, fill up the questions or fill up the answers, and then follow the instructions. They might say number of words, write only 1 word, or a number, write only 2 numbers, okay? Most of the candidates get confused and they do not look over the instructions, and then they write one number, then they write their answers which is opposite or contradict the instruction. So make sure to check the instructions as well, all right? And check your answers at the end of each section thoroughly. You'll be getting 10 extra minutes to transfer your answers to the answer sheet. So write your answers in the question booklet first while you are listening, and then write it in answer sheet after you after the CD ends. Okay. Next is thank you very much. So in listening test, it's the same thing. You need to use the move on technique. Do not get stuck. If you get stuck, you will miss your answer. Don't waste time in erasing. You can just correct your spelling at the end. You can cut it off and then write it on the question booklet. You can use the question booklet as a rough work as well. Okay. Do not leave any answers blank. Put your wild guess. This is the answer sheet for listening test. You'll have to write your name in capital letters itself, candidate number. The center number for Nepal is NP004. This will be instructed by our invigilator during the test as well, so you do not need to worry about it. And you need to write your date as well, and you have to write your answers in these big boxes rather than these small boxes. You are not supposed to use these small boxes, okay? All right, so you need to write your answers in pencil only in listening and reading test. Do not use your pen in listening and reading test. You can use a pen in writing test. That is okay, right? So reading test content is the same thing. You have 3 texts, 1500 to 2000 words each. You'll have 40 questions. You must transfer your answers within 60 minutes. You'll have 60 minutes to transfer your answers. Sorry, you have 60 minutes to finish the reading test. The same thing, the marking criteria is the same thing. 40 items will be there. You'll get 1 mark for each correct answer. No negative marks. Your handwriting should be good, or your handwriting should be readable. Unclear writing will lose your marks. You'll lose your marks if your handwriting is not clear. All right. Write it either in capital letters or in proper English. It's your choice, but please go for the grammar and the spelling as well. So reading test tips. I guess this tip has been given to you while doing the practice as well. It is not mandatory that you start from passes 1 itself. Just look over the questions and then choose the reading passes that you think is easier for you. Look at the questions before you read the passages. It is not mandatory that you have to read all the passages. Just look over the question, underline the keywords, and then go for the answer in the passes. Okay. Use these 3 different techniques, that is scan, skim, predict, and detailed reading. Go for the keywords. scan to get the specific information, names and dates, and skim to get the gist of the paragraph, and predict. Prediction is an important thing in reading test and listening test. Detailed reading to understand a writer's opinion. Also, the same thing is do not leave any spaces blank. Put a wild guess. All right. There's no any negative mark, and you are not supposed to read everything, each and everything. You are not supposed to understand each and everything, whatever is in the passes. All right. So do not get stuck if there is an advanced language, or if you do not know the meaning of any word. Please do not get stuck on that particular word. All right. Do not spend too much time on each question. Just time yourself. 17 minutes for passes 1, 17 minutes for passes 2 or section 2, and then you'll have much time to go through or revise your answers. It's the same thing. Be active when reading text, underline and circle keywords. These things maybe your instructor have been telling you time and again. I would say time yourself when you practice, time yourself when you do any work. Okay, so this is the IELTS reading test. And you'll have to write a name, your candidate number, everything will be here, your center number, and there is a space where you'll have to shade your module, academic or general training. Academic is if you are going abroad for study purpose, it is academic. If you're going for career purpose or say working visas or anything, it is for general training. And you have to write your date. This will all be taught to you during the test day itself by the invigilators, so you do not need to worry about it. If you have any problem during the test day, just raise your hand, okay? Rather than speaking out, just raise your hand, and you have to write your answers, all your answers in the boxes in pencil only. This is the writing test. The next one, task 1, task 2, and task 2. So in academic writing, you have task 1, and you will be getting a question about any, you'll have to do the report writing about a chart, a graph, table, or process, or flow chart, or diagram. All right. And we suggest you to write at least 150 words in task 1. In task 2, it is about a discursive essay or an argument or 2 opinion questions about the socioeconomic questions. All right. You'll have to write an essay, and we suggest you to write at least 250 words for that. And your total time for task 1 and task 2 would be 60 minutes. That is 1 hour. And we will be giving you the time check for 20 minutes, for 40 minutes, for 10 minutes, and for 5 minutes, right? Next this is for general training. I believe everyone here is for academic, so I have been skipping general training lately. So in general training, task 1 would be a letter, and task 2 would be an essay itself, like as in academic. So it would be of total 1 hour, right? Writing test tips is a simple thing. You can look over the sample answers online, and I would say do not follow the unauthorized YouTube channels. I would say, okay, so go for the authorized YouTube channels, or only those channels which are being suggested by your instructor. Do not go too much, or do not search too much in the internet itself. You will get confused. Right? Go with the instructor's view, okay? And practice sample answers questions before the test, and compare your answers with sample answers online. And also, when you read the question in task 1 and task 2, underline the important parts and look at them as you write. As you write your answers, just look at the keywords that you would like to write. And I would say spend some time for brainstorming, okay? Prepare yourself first before writing. Look at the question. Plan your answers on the question booklet itself, and then you can write your answers. Okay, planning is very important, I would say. And brainstorm your answers, write a bullet point, and then you can write it back on task 1 and task 2. And for part 1, spend no longer than 20 minutes, because part 2 is more worth than part 1. Okay. The same thing, task 1, you review the question carefully and provide a brief summary of the data. And you need to analyze the data and make sure you discuss all required points, including figures. Use your own words rather than copying from the question. Paraphrase your words. Okay. This is for the writing task 1. If this is not enough, you'll be getting only one sheet of paper. If this is not enough, you can raise a hand and ask for the additional answer sheet as well. All right. And task 2, carefully read the prompt and decide what structure is best for the essay. So look over if it is asking for the both sides of argument, or is it only asking for your opinion. And as I said earlier, make a plan so that you can write the best task response. Remember to use the paragraphs, as the instructors have also been telling you to use the paragraphs, and paraphrase the answers, write the background statement, thesis statement, right? And keep the word limit in your mind, so that you would know how much to write. Go for the spelling. Spelling should be correct, grammar should be correct. Okay. This is for writing task 2. If this is not enough, you can raise a hand and ask for additional answer sheet. You have to write everything over here. Every single information of yours is required over here. So this will be instructed by the invigilator during the test day itself. So what will be marked on? For the task 1, you'll be marked on task achievement. For task 2, you'll be marked on task response. Second one is lexical resources or the use of vocabulary. Next is coherence and cohesion, the sequence that you'll be writing. Next is grammatical range and accuracy. Okay. So IELTS on computer, we have IELTS on computer as well. This is not a new one, but most candidates do not know about IELTS on computer. Okay. You can book for IELTS on computer as well. This is same as IELTS on paper, but you will get your result, as I said earlier, you will get your result within 3 to 5 days. And you can book for IELTS on computer overnight as well. Okay, if you'd like to give an examination, if you'd like to take your examination on Sunday, you can book your IELTS on computer before a week, or say before 3 to 4 days only. All right, so this is an easier way to book your date for IELTS on computer. It's same thing. It has the same IELTS test in terms of standard content preparation, result format, or say this is the new option, which will not replace IELTS on paper, but it will offer more choice in delivery, and there is more availability of the dates as well. So most people choose IELTS on computer because it is flexible, it is convenient. Most people have the handwriting which is not readable by others, so who prefer typing rather than writing, they choose IELTS on computer. They can still plan the answers on paper. We will be providing you the log on detail sheet on IELTS on computer, and you can plan your answers as well, like as in IELTS on paper. So you can also have the technical support of highlighting and reviewing your answers, and you also have the word count feature where you don't have to count the words by yourself. So if you would like to know more about computer delivered IELTS or IELTS on a computer, you can log onto our website. This is our number. If you have any queries, you can also call us. All right. This is www.british.org.np, and you can look over all the details on our website as well. So the next thing is, how can the British Council help you rather than only taking the examination? How does British Council help you? All right. So after you register and pay for the test, you will be getting the Road to IELTS, which is that consists of 6 full practice tests. You will be getting 75 interactive activities and 9 videos with useful advice. After you pay for the test, we will be sending you a link to access for these all things, these all activities, or say these all resources. And we also do have free IELTS on computer familiarization test. Okay. So IELTS on paper, the fee is 27,100, and IELTS on computer is 25,300. IELTS on computer is more cheaper than IELTS on paper because we do not have to go for the paper hasslement and everything. All right. So next is British Council will be providing you a 40-hour-long Road to IELTS preparation and practice session after you register for the test and pay for the test. We ask you to check your emails regularly because we provide you the access to the tests, or say the access to the free practice session as well. So go for the Road to IELTS. Next, we will be providing 30 days of IELTS tips as well. After you log on for the test, we will be providing you the tips as well. Also, we will be providing you a book. Okay, there is a book. After you register for the test, you'll be getting a book as well, where you will be having a practice sessions as well. So also you can go for our website. You can go log on our, sorry, you can check our website, and there will be few free test sessions that you can check. You can go through the link, and then you can practice for free. These Road to IELTS and IELTS tips are the paid version. We have a free version as well. Please go through the website, and then you can check for the free practice sessions. All right. So this is all for my session. So any questions, please ask. I'll be stopping this slide. Over to you, Ushaji. So ma'am, I have seen this question. Can we write the reading and listening answers all in capital letter? So I have already mentioned that you can write it in capital letters. What Cambridge suggests is to write in proper English, but it's your choice. You can write it in capital letters. Until and unless your writing is readable by others, that is okay. Unclear answers will lose your marks, so that is okay.
Ma'am, it's just not your raffle is a new.
Yes. Yes, please. For breast council, you have to take your stationaries by yourself. Stationaries चाहिँ आफैले लैजानु पर्ने हुन्छ अनि also यो stationery लाँदाखेरि चाहिँ तपाईको cover छ भने चाहिँ cover निकालेर लानु होला.
And your
Yes. We also send you an email after you register for the test. We send you an email and we also tell you what you need to do and what you are not supposed to take during this test as well. Also, speaking test, you are not supposed to take anything with you. We will be providing all the stationaries and the paper by ourselves. But in listening and reading and writing, you need to take it by yourself.
Ma'am, on your writing मा चाहिँ पेन लेख्न पाउँछ भन्नुभएको थियो हो के?
हजुर writing मा चाहिँ you can write it with pen as well, but make sure हुन्छ नि clear चाहिँ हुनु पर्यो. पेन्सिलले लेख्दाखेरि if there is any problem you can erase it. पेनले लेख्दाखेरि चाहिँ you have to cut it off. So अलिकति clear देखिदैन भनेर चाहिँ we suggest you to write with pencil, but it's your choice. You can write either with pen or pencil on writing test.
Ma'am, यो watch के घडी हुन्छ के हुन्छ त्यो अलिकति कन्फ्युजन.
Yes, that's fine. Watch चाहिँ हामी allow चाहिँ गर्दैनौँ. पहिला analog watch allow गर्थ्यौँ तर analog watch पनि अलिकति त्यही अब प्रब्लमहरु आएको भएर we have not allowed any watches. We will be showing you the clock or say we will be showing you the time in the front. Flex मा राखेर projector बाट चाहिँ projected हुन्छ. And we will be giving a time checks time and again 40 minutes, 20 minutes, 10 minutes, 5 minutes time checks and things. So also we will be presenting the time by a projector at the front inside the hall. Duita tinta projector huncha, so you can look over that as well.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Does handwriting matter, ma'am, for the score?
I have not said the handwriting, but it should be readable by the examiner. Handwriting the matter गर्दैन तर तपाईले भन्न खोज्नु भएको चीज अब स्पेलिङ or mistake भयो भने त अलिकति marks the up and down by नै हाल्छ. So it should be readable by the examiner itself.
Next question to right answers and scores. How they combine this?
Sorry, I didn't get you. Sorry, Usa ma'am, could you please?
जस्तै कतिवटा राइट एन्सर बराबर कति स्कोर आउँछ भन्नु पर्दा.
Okay, marking. Okay.
म्याम यो जस्तै अब हामीले डेट लिएको चाहिँ कति दिनभित्र एक्जाम दिनुपर्ने हुन्छ?
Date, please, ma'am. Throughout the week, yes, throughout the week, yes.
I mean, ma'am, how much day before we have to take the date?
One day, maybe 2 days ahead for the IELTS and computer, but for IELTS and paper, it should be 2 weeks. 2 weeks before. Yes, there's a deadline, so you need to apply for 2 weeks before.
मनिना म अलिकति यहाँ यसमा एड गरौँ म अलिकति अपरेसनल र इनसाइड भ्यू दियो भने अलिकति सजिलो होला हामी के गर्छौँ भने खासमा रजिस्ट्रेसन चाहिँ फर्स्ट कम फर्स्ट सर्भ बेसिसमा हुन्छ होइन सो तर वाट वी डु इज द डेडलाइन फर एनी IELTS and paper is 6 days before the registration test date. So you can check the website, and if you find the date, then you can register for a week. I mean, within that week, like Saturday test 7, you can register on Sunday if the seats are available. So you can check the website. That's the first thing. For IELTS and paper, and for IELTS and computers, like Manina said, you can register at least 3 to 4 days before if the seats are available for any day test, be it weekdays or the weekend. So flexibility छ होइन सो तपाईँले अनि स्पिकिङ डेट पनि हाम्रो ब्रिटिस काउन्सिलमा तपाईँले रजिस्टर गर्दाखेरि यु निड टु चुज फर्स्ट अफ अल I suggest you to register through USHASHREE because we work closely with USHASHREE Foundation. So you can request USHASHREE to register the date for British Council. So उहाँले गर्दाखेरि what they do is they will be while registering they will be choosing your venue, test venue, as well as the speaking date, speaking time, and the speaking format. अगाडि भनेको जस्तै भिडियो कल अथवा फेस टु फेस चाहिँ एभाइलेबल हुन्छ त्यो टाइममा त्यो स्लटमा त्यो सबै पहिले नै रजिस्टर गर्ने मान्छेले नै रजिस्टर गर्न मिल्छ चुज गर्न मिल्छ अनि त्यही कुरा तपाईँको इमेलमा फरवर्ड हुन्छ होइन सो तपाईँले यो दिन र त्यो दिन कति दिन अगाडि भन्दाखेरि पनि तपाईँले विच डेट यु चुज be it on the same week or at least 1 week 2 weeks 3 weeks 4 weeks doesn't matter तपाईँले चुज गरेको डेटमा नै जुन डेट तपाईँको चुज गर्नुभएको छ फर एन एक्जाम्पल इफ यु चुज टु रेजिस्टर फर 6th May मा तपाईँको लिसनिङ रिडिङ राइटिङको एक्जाम हुन्छ द्याट्स वी कल द मेन टेस्ट डे अर राइटिङ टेस्ट डे अनि स्पिकिङ चाहिँ तपाईँको अगाडि अथवा पछाडि हुन सक्छ त्यो पनि रेजिस्ट्रेसन गर्ने बेलामा नै चुज गर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ भेन्यू टाइम र डेट पनि र फर्मेट पनि भिडियो कल हुन्छ कि फेस टु फेस सो ब्रिटिस काउन्सिलमा चाहिँ तपाईँले रेजिस्टर गर्दा एभ्रिथिङ इज डन प्रायर सो पोस्ट रेजिस्ट्रेसन केही पनि हुँदैन अगाडि नै सबै कुरा इन्फर्मेसन आइरहेको हुन्छ कि त्यो फर्मेट पनि जान्छ that's the thing yeah.
Yes, please, ma'am. Sure, ma'am. Thank you. Yes. For changing the date, I believe there need to be a genuine reason, right? If you have a genuine reason, then we will be looking over, British Council team will be looking over. And then if it is genuine, then you can change the date as well. They can send an email as well.
They can send an email. Yeah. So basically what do we do is the reason should be valid, and if the reason is valid and they have the supporting document, of course we take that and we approve the request. So there's a dedicated management team who looks after the request. So if you have any kind of urgency, then you can again request or email, and it will be documented, and you will be notified through email and phone as well. So but again I would like to join USHASHREE Foundation over here. If you register your date with USHASHREE, then they will be taking care of those requests, and which will be done much more easily because we have a dedicated desk for our B2B partners. So rather than going through the long customer journey, you can request to USHASHREE and they will be taking care of all the requests because we have a dedicated desk for our business direct partners that we work with.
I guess Vivek sir, please.
There are costs associated with it, but again I would like to say that it depends upon the case basis. So if we find your reason valid, if you have the urgent medical cases, of course we will be doing it for free. But again I would like to reckon is that it is based totally upon the case basis. So yes, we do check charges. We do it for free, but depending on the cases.
Okay, pardon me, ma'am. Which time is available to go for the restroom if in emergency?
Okay, for the restroom, right? So for the restroom, you can go restroom during the waiting area while you are inside the waiting area. You can use the restroom as long as you need. Okay. After registration, it will be difficult for us to accommodate you to use the restroom because there will be many candidates who would like to go to restroom. So we have a long queue, right? While doing the long queue, we will be allowing you to use restroom after registration, and after you enter the examination room, we will be allowing you to use the restroom till 12:45 p.m. Okay, after that, we will be closing the restroom, and you can use restroom after the start of writing test. That is after 1 p.m. Okay, within 40 minutes. You are not supposed to use the restroom of within 50 minutes. I would say you are not supposed to use the restroom within the last 10 minutes of each examination, and while the instructions are being given, and within the change time from from writing to listening, and if there is a gap between writing and listening, you are not supposed to use the restroom as well, because we will be providing you any instructions, and we will be checking the headphones as well. So it is, I guess it is not an applicable thing, but we are sorry, we are adhering to the rules of the Cambridge, right? So we will allow you to use restroom after the start of the test of the writing test, and after the start of the reading test only, not during the listening test, and not during or within the gap of writing and listening and reading. Thank you. Yes. There is no any break. Yes. Okay. Yes. And then read. Yes, that's correct. Yes. Yes, true. Yes. Yes. Ma'am, I guess there is a question like from Nima Tamang. Will I get a mock test before the date? He's asking about the thing. Actually, Brace Council has just recently completed the mock test, but I guess there is no any other mock test queuing up. I guess USHASHREE has the mock test, ma'am. Could you please elaborate about it?
Uh, yes, ma'am. If I want to join online class, how can I join this? For example, you already mentioned that I could join your online class or physical class. Okay. Could you explain about its fees, fee structures, ma'am? Okay. 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 And my previous question was that how many right answers make the scores like 6.5 or 7 in listening and speaking, listening and writing, listening and reading? Okay.
So
Thank you.
Your answer is rightly answered by the teacher. So tomorrow, get in touch with Usha ma'am, and she'll be getting in touch. She'll be making you in touch with her teacher, and then of course, the teacher will provide you the right answers while we start the classes.
Okay. Again, I ask you, what is the measurement of word count in writing?
Sure, ma'am. Sure, please. Please.
Okay. Excuse me. I meant to say, yeah. I meant to say that how can we guess that the word count is limited or word count is sufficient? How can we guess?
All right. It's a kind of guess, I guess. You can guess it if you have written. You can just what do we say? Count the first line, right? First sentence. If the first sentence is just like my name is test delivery officer. So my name is test delivery officer. This is six, right? Six words, right? And you can just count the lines as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and you can just multiply the lines with your words on the first sentence. That is a generic we say technique, we would say. Okay, yes.
Sorry, I meant to say, yeah, excuse me. The major word or minor word, I think, which is countable. Minor word, let's say the auxiliary verb, article, preposition can be
Each and
counted.
every word is counted. Each and every word is counted. Simple article is also counted, just like an a and the. This is also counted, right? Yes, as one word. So each and every word is counted.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mhm. Yes, please. It's the same thing. IELTS on computer and IELTS on paper is same thing. The content, the format, the difficulty, it's all the same thing. It's not like PTE. We are not giving any answers as in PTE. This is all about IELTS. You'll be giving your listening, reading, and writing test on computer itself. Okay, and every answer will be automatically sent to the examiner in the computer deliver IELTS. All right. There won't be any long journey. You can arrive with before 30 minutes of your examination. And for the speaking test, we do not have the video calling speaking test at the moment for the computer deliver IELTS. You'll be doing face-to-face speaking test, and everything, listening, reading, writing, and speaking test, all four modules will be completed in one day itself. For now, it's for the IELTS and paper, right? For the normal IELTS, and we are discussing about doing it for the IELTS and computer as well. We are looking over the availability of the examiners for IELTS on computer, because IELTS on computer is on the same day, right? So they will have to finish their listening, reading, and writing first, and they will be going for the speaking test. So the time would not match with the examiner. That is why we are going for the IELTS on, we are going for the face-to-face speaking test for now. But we will be, we are planning, or say we will be doing the video calling speaking test on IELTS on computer as well very soon. No, it's about to start. It has not started right now. We are doing the face to face only for now. Yes. Yes. This has been the evergreen question whenever I do the session. I guess Vivekji will be elaborating this more because this has been in the pilot phase and we have not got any genuine or say we have not got any authentic news about it for Nepal itself. So I guess Vivek sir,
Yeah, ma'am. Thank
please
you for the question.
elaborate,
Yeah, thank you
please.
for the question. And we are also eagerly waiting for this provision to be introduced in Nepal. Currently, we are waiting for the final, let's say, result of this pilot project being delivered by IDP in India and Australia. So once Cambridge is confident that this can be delivered all across the globe, then they'll be instructing us and we'll be starting this. But for now, what else can say is that we are looking for the instruction coming from Cambridge, and yeah. So as soon as we receive, we can start it, and we'll be making an official announcement. So until and unless we announce it through our Facebook page, website, or any newsletter, please don't fall for any of the updates that you find it on the other social media accounts like TikTok or any other on authentic, I say authentic, say, unofficial channel. So once you listen it through the British Council official pages or IDP's official page, then only you verify this information. But for now, we are just waiting and watching. And once we receive the information or instruction from Cambridge, we can start it because we are ready for it already. Thank you.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Like, I think you had said about pilot project in class as well, but I'm sure like most of the participants over here are willing to know about the pilot project. Exactly what is it? So,
Uh, yeah, thank you. The pilot project is regarding the re-examining of one component of IELTS. Like currently, if you like for an example, currently we only have the provision to recheck your question paper, so answer sheet, and you don't have the provision to see for the re-examination of only one component. For an example, तपाईँले चारवटा component दिनुहुन्छ, listening, reading, writing, and speaking. अहिले तपाईँलाई कुनै कम्पोनेन्टमा तपाईँलाई स्कोरमा चित्त बुझेन भने वाट एल्स यु क्यान डु इज म्याक्सिमम् तपाईँले रिचेकिङ गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ होइन, त्यसको लागि फी लाग्छ. बट यो पाइलट प्रोजेक्ट भनेको चाहिँ कुनै एउटा कम्पोनेन्टको चाहिँ रिएक्जामिनै गर्न मिल्ने के. तपाईँले एउटा सेसनमा चारवटा कम्पोनेन्टको एक्जाम दिनुहुन्छ, तपाईँको रिजल्ट आउँछ. रिजल्ट आइसकेपछि तपाईँलाई कुनै एउटा कम्पोनेन्टमा तपाईँलाई चित्त बुझेन भनी चाहिँ तपाईँले त्यो बेलामा चाहिँ जस्तो फर एक्जाम्पल तपाईँको रिडिङमा अब तपाईँको भनौँ न तपाईँलाई मिनिमम 6 इज ब्यान्ड 6 चाहिएको छ, तर तपाईँको 5.5 आयो. अहिलेको प्रोभिजन अनुसारले तपाईँले म्याक्सिमम गरे रिचेकिङ गर्ने, त्यसमा स्कोर बढ्यो भने पैसा फिर्ता आयो, नत्र भए भएन. नत्र तपाईँसँग अप्सन थिएन, अर्को एक्जामै दिनुपर्ने अवस्था थियो, पुरै पैसा तिरेर सबै फेरि सबै चारवटा कम्पोनेन्ट दिनुपर्ने अवस्था थियो. यो पाइलट प्रोजेक्ट भनेको चाहिँ तपाईँले त्यही पुरानो तपाईँको पहिला दिएको टेस्टमा क्यारी ओभर गरेर एउटा कुनै कम्पोनेन्ट चाहिँ स्पेसिफिक तपाईँले फेरि रिएक्जामिन गर्न मिल्ने र त्यसको आएको स्कोर चाहिँ पुरानो टेस्ट स्कोरसँग कम्बाइन गरेर अनि फाइनल एउटा रिजल्ट आउँछ होइन. सो त्यो अनुसारले गइरहेछ. अब खास अनि अहिले चाहिँ यति मात्रै भन्न सक्छु म, किनभने त्यसपछि तपाईँ स्कोर बढ्यो भने के गर्ने, घट्यो भने आयो भने के गर्ने, सेकेन्डचोटि दिँदा एउटा कम्पोनेन्ट मात्रै दिँदा त्यो कुरा सानसानो कुराहरू चाहिँ हामीलाई अब क्याम्ब्रिजको इन्स्ट्रक्सनमै वेट गर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ कि. त्यसको सानसानो कुराहरू हुन्छ जुन कुरा चाहिँ हामीले टेक केयर गर्नुपर्छ र मैले अहिले धेरै कुरा भन्न मिल्दैन. सो अहिलेसम्म चाहिँ अहिले चाहिँ तपाईँले यति मात्र भन्न सक्छु कि अब जसरी हामीले अरू हाम्रो एक्जामहरू दिँदाखेरि सबले एउटा रिचेक एक्जाम अप्सन आउँछ, अब आइएल्समा पनि त्यो ल्याउने अप्सन चाहिँ आउँदैछ होइन. हामीले यही टाइम पनि तपाईँलाई अहिले कन्फर्म गर्न सक्दैनौँ, जस्तो विदिन दिस इयर अथवा यो इयरको कुनै बिचमा भनेर अहिले केही पनि भन्न सक्दैन, इनसाइड इन्फर्मेसन हो. त यति बुझ्नुहोस् कि क्याम्ब्रिजले यो कुरालाई टेक केयर गरेको छ. पाइलट प्रोजेक्ट पनि सुरु भइसकेको छ. अब यसको कम्प्लिट इन्फर्मेसन आएपछि हामीलाई इन्स्ट्रक्सन आउँछ अनि हामी सुरु गर्न सक्छौँ.
यो पेपर बेस र कम्प्युटर बेस छ नि एक्जाम, यसमा सबै हामीले कम्प्युटर बेस दियो भने सबै कम्प्युटर बेस, पेपर बेस दियो भने सबै त्यस्तै दिने हो कि के हो, कस्तो छ यसमा? कुनै कम्प्युटर कुनै पेपर बेस दिन मिल्ने हुन्छ कि के छ?
होइन, त्यसो म एन्सर गर्छु है सर. यसमा त्यसो तपाईँको 3वटा कम्पोनेन्ट लिसनिङ, रिडिङ, राइटिङ चाहिँ कम्प्युटरमा हुन्छ होइन, अनि स्पिकिङ चाहिँ फेस टु फेस हुन्छ है. त्यसमा चाहिँ तपाईको अब पेपर भन्ने कुनै पनि युज हुँदैन सो आइएल्स अन कम्प्युटर भन्ने बित्तिकै तपाईको चाहिँ अब एभ्रिथिङ इज डन इन कम्प्युटर हैन लिसनिङ रिडिङ राइटिङ र त्यसको लागि मैले च्याट बक्समा फ्यामिलियराइजेसन टेस्टको एउटा लिंक पनि हालिसकेको छु प्लिज त्यो लिंकमा क्लिक गरेर त्यसलाई बुकमा गरेर राख्नु त्यसले चाहिँ तपाईहरुलाई सो तपाईले त्यो एक्जामको डेमा हाम्रो कम्प्युटरको अगाडि स्क्रिन कस्तो इन्टरफेस देख्नुहुन्छ बटन्सहरु कहाँ कस्तो हुन्छ तपाईहरुलाई त्यसमा क्वेशन पेपर कसरी स्प्लिट गरेर आउँछ लिसनिङमा तपाईलाई कस्तो खालको क्वेशन्स कस्तो खालको हुनाले कसरी तपाईको एन्सर्सहरु त्यो स्क्रिनमा पप अप गर्छ हैन राइटिङमा तपाईहरुको टास्क 1 टास्क 2 मा कस्तो खालको आउँछ सो ओभरअल तपाईहरुलाई टेस्ट डेमा हुने एउटा रियल टेस्टमा सिनारियो तपाईको कम्प्युटरको स्क्रिनमा जुन इन्टरफेस देख्नुहुन्छ र त्यहाँ तपाईले युज गर्ने बटन्सहरु र तपाईले युज गर्ने फेसिलिटिजहरु के कस्तो हुन्छ यु विल गेट इट फर फ्री है सो मैले त्यहाँ लिंक राख्दिएको छु है प्लिज गो थ्रु इट युज दैट लिंक एन्ड चेक इट किनभने कन्भिनियन्ट छ हाम्रो हामीले चाहिँ त्यही चाहन्छौँ कि तपाईहरुले धेरै नै त्यो आजको कम्प्युटरै दिनुस् भन्ने चाहिँ हामी चाहन्छौँ किन प्राइस पनि कम छ एक त अर्को भनेको तपाईको रिजल्ट पनि छिटो आउँछ र तपाईहरुले थ्रु आउट द वीक नै लिन सक्नुहुन्छ कुनै 1 बजे 5 बजे 10 बजेको सेसन 3 बजे कुनै पनि एउटा लिन सक्नुहुन्छ हैन सो अब बेसिकली तपाईको एन्सरमा आउँदाखेरि चाहिँ तीनटा मोड्युल तीनटा कम्पोनेन्ट कम्प्युटरमै भयो एउटा स्पिकिङ चाहिँ फेस टु फेस भयो अहिलेसम्म एज अफ नाउ तर अब अघि मनेनाजीले भने जस्तै वी आर प्लानिङ टु इन्ट्रोड्युस भर्चुअल स्पिकिङ टेस्ट फर दैट एज वेल तर त्यो भयो भने पनि तपाईको एभ्रिथिङ विल बी डन इनसाइड ब्रिटिश काउन्सिल प्रिमाइसेस आज एन्ड कम्प्युटर चाहिँ चारवटै कम्पोनेन्ट इनसाइड ब्रिटिश काउन्सिल प्रिमाइसेस अन अ सिंगल डे इटसेल्फ
No question, ma'am. It was still waving hand. That's I just left it. Thank you, ma'am. Yeah.
पाइलट प्रोजेक्ट अझैसम्म कति चालू भएको होइन म्याम नेपाल अथवा अरू देशहरुमा
यो कुरा चाहिँ विवेकजीलाई नै थाहा हुन्छ बढी चाहिँ हामी चाहिँ अलिकति यसमा चाहिँ देयर इज नो एनी पाइलट प्रोजेक्ट राइट नाउ एट नेपाल भन्नेमै लागिरहेको छौँ क्या अहिले चाहिँ विवेकजी प्लिज
कुन त्यो पाइलट प्रोजेक्टको कुरा
जापान हजुर हजुर जापानमा भइरहेछ
यस्तो छ हजुर अब यो हामीलाई अब यस्तो छ कि खासमा हामी चाहिँ अब कन्ट्री स्पेसिफिक भएर काम गरिरहेको हुन्छौँ हैन र यो ग्लोबल इन्फर्मेसनहरु हामीलाई भनौँ न हामीलाई पनि माथिबाट मात्रै आउँछ म चाहिँ के सजेस्ट गर्छु भने एकचोटि प्लिज डु कन्ट्याक्ट ब्रिटिश काउन्सिल जापानमा छ एकचोटि त्यहाँ चेक गर्नुस् उहाँहरूले के भन्नुहुन्छ बेटर दे आर द राइट पर्सन टु एन्सर दिस क्वेसन के मैले यहाँबाट भन्दा पनि तर मेरो विचारमा के छ भने यो नामै पाइलट प्रोजेक्ट स्पेसिफिक ठाउँमा एउटा सानो लोकेसनमा एउटा सानो सेसन्सहरुमा मात्रै गर्छ कि ओभरअली तपाईको ब्ल्याङ्केटली कुनै पनि गर्दैन जस्तो अब मैले बुझे अनुसारले तपाईको इन्डियामा लन्च गरेको थियो इन्डिया र अस्ट्रेलियामा सुरुमा अस्ट्रेलियामा लन्च गर्दै त्यसपछि इन्डियामा लन्च गरेको छ सो मार्केटमा त्यो अनुसारले गइरहेको छ यो नामै पाइलट भएको भएर ब्ल्याङ्केटली कुनै पनि गर्दैन एउटा स्पेसिफिक सेसनमा स्पेसिफिक लोकेसनमा एउटा स्पेसिफिक भेन्यूमा टार्गेट गरेर त्यसको लागि युज गरेर मात्रै गरिरहेको छ अब जापानको केस अपडेट भएन तर एक्चुअली यु क्यान आई सजेस्ट यु टु कन्ट्याक्ट ब्रिटिश काउन्सिल जापान सो होपफुली दे विल बी एबल टु एन्सर यु करेक्टली
ओके सरी म्याम राइटिङ टास्क 2 मा हाम्रो 20 मिनेट र 40 मिनेट्सको 20-40 मिनेटको मध्येमा चाहिँ हामीले 25 मिनेट्स र उताको 35 मिनेट त्यसरी मिलाउन सकिन्छ जताको सजिलो कुनै सजिलो टास्क 1 टास्क 2 सजिलो आयो भने एउटालाई बढी अथवा एउटालाई कम गर्न सकिन्छ नि
राइटिङ क्वेसन आउँछ तपाईले राइटिङ टास्क 1 बाट सुरु गर्दै हुनुहुन्छ टास्क 2 बाट गर्दै हुनुहुन्छ टास्क 1 लाई 15 मिनेटमा लगाइनुहुन्छ टास्क 2 लाई तपाईले 40 मिनेट लगाइनुहुन्छ तपाईको इच्छा 1 आवरमा दुईटा टास्क सक्नु पर्यो सकेन भने पनि तपाईले एक्स्ट्रा गर्न पाउनुहुन्न विल टेक द एन्सर सिट त्यति नै हजुर हजुर मैले यो भन्न खोजेको के हो भने यु हेभ टु टाइम अप योरसेल्फ व्हाइल प्र्याक्टिसिङ सो
म्याम यो कोहिरेन्स एन्ड कोहिजनको विषयमा अलिकति भनिदिनुहुन्थ्यो कि यो राइटिङको कोहिरेन्स एन्ड कोहिजन भन्ने छ
कोहेरेन्स एन्ड कोहेजनमा चाहिँ इन्स्ट्रक्टरले तपाईँलाई भन्नै भएको होला है मैले भन्दा पनि इन्स्ट्रक्टरले तपाईँलाई चाहिँ राम्ररी नै भन्नुहुन्छ किनभने हामी त कहिलेकाहीँ पढाउँछौँ होइन कहिलेकाहीँ भन्छौँ इन्स्ट्रक्टरले त पढाइराख्नुहुन्छ उहाँहरू एक्सपिरियन्स हुनुहुन्छ हामी भन्दा कोहेरेन्स एन्ड कोहेजन भनेको लजिकल सिक्वेन्स चाहिँ मिल्नु पर्यो भनेको है सिक्वेन्स अनुसार चाहिँ तपाईँले राइटिङ चाहिँ गर्नु पर्यो सिक्वेन्स अनुसार तपाईँले स्पिकिङमा पनि भन्नु पर्यो भनेको हो सिक्वेन्स मिल्नु पर्यो माथिको तल तलको माथि हुनु भएन यो चाहिँ इन्स्ट्रक्टरले तपाईँलाई मैले भन्दा पनि बढी नै भन्नुहुन्छ होला आई गेस है इट इज अल अबाउट प्र्याक्टिस अनि इन्स्ट्रक्टरलाई पनि अलि सोध्नु होला इट्स अल अबाउट लजिकल सिक्वेन्स
अनि यो कुरा प्र्याक्टिस गर्दाखेरि नै आउँछ किनभने तपाईलाई अघि हामीले दिएको जस्तो तपाईको भोकाबुलरीको रेन्जदेखि लिएर तपाईको यो मनिलाजीले भन्नुभयो जस्तो सेन्टेन्सको स्ट्रक्चर्स त्यसमा तपाईको टेन्सदेखि लिएर तपाईको त्यसमा तपाईले युज गर्ने एक्टिभ टेन्स सरी तपाईको सेन्टेन्सको स्ट्रक्चर्सहरू हैन तपाईले कम्प्लेक्स सेन्टेन्स सिम्पल सेन्टेन्सहरू युज गर्ने तरिका त्यसले सबै कुरा तपाईको यो चाहिँ कभर गर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ र तपाईलाई त्यो जब तपाईको राइटिङको सेसन सुरु हुन्छ तपाईको टिचरले नै त्यसलाई तपाईलाई कभर गर्दै लानुहुन्छ त्यसमा चाहिँ तपाईको कोहेरेन्स कसरी मिलाउने तपाईको त्यो सेन्टेन्स स्ट्रक्चर कसरी मिलाउने हैन त्यसमा तपाईको आफ्नो इनपुट कसरी दिने सबै कुराहरु त्यसमै कभर अप हुन्छ के र त्यसमा तपाईको ओभरअल तपाईको क्वेशनले मागेको कुरा कसरी डेलिभर गर्ने भन्ने कुरा चाहिँ त्यसमा सबै कुरा कभर गरेर आउँछ तपाईको त्यसमा भोकाबुलरीको रेन्जदेखि लिएर सबै कुरा कभर गर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ है सो स्पेसिफिक क्वेशन कोहेरेन्स भनेको चाहिँ मनिला जस्तै गो विथ द फ्लो मिलेको हुनु पर्यो त्यसमा स्ट्रक्चरली सबै कुरा मिलेको हुनुपर्छ के
हजुर थ्यांक यू सर
Yep, I think we are end of. We should be in this now. Yeah. I know यो क्वेशन भएको नि राम्रो कि बिकज धेरैवटा कुरा हामीले ओपनली भन्न पायौं हैन मलाई खुसी लाग्यो बिकज पार्टिसिपेन्ट्सहरुले सोधिदिनु भयो र सानसानो कुराको डब्सहरु पनि आई थिंक इज हेल्पफुल फर देम
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. So finally, ma'am, I just like to request every participants to check out the links that I've given in the chat box. is very helpful. I've given the link of Brush Council free practice tests that are available in the Brush Council website. The familiarization test for IELTS and computer, so it helps you to better understand the IELTS and computer. And also, I also request everyone to spread this information, and I request you to contact USHASHREE and provide the information of USHASHREE Foundation to a wider network, because we work very closely. And thank you, USHASHREE, for conducting this wonderful session. And thank you, Marina. Thank you,
Thank you
Marina.
so much, Shaji.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Have a lovely time ahead. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night.